Hi everybody, Slamthony Dunktano here. the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new ZelooperZ mixtape, Help! This guy is a Detroit rapper and a member of the Midwest rap crew, the Bruiser Brigade, most known for their figurehead, Danny Brown. And a lot of the projects these guys have put out thus far, like the recent Dopehead mixtape, that EP these guys put out not too long ago, have pretty much been loud, eccentric, yelping, bombastic, in-your-face hip-hop. But this Help tape takes it to a whole new level. What caught my ear going into this project and made me really look forward to it were the lead singles teasing toward Help that just went dumb and went absurd. Tracks like Can't Hang, Saggin, Plateau, songs where ZelooperZ brings wild inflections and even wilder similes and metaphors. Bars stuck in your head like woodpeckers peckin'. Or one particular ad-lib where he's saying that he will make a particular girl's heart melt and then he screams in the background, "She's melting!" Got your grandmammy paying my phone bills, got her granddaughter doing a tip drill. Some of the deep cuts on this thing get even more insane as ZelooperZ says that hoes are on his dick like bird shit on a statue. Or the raw, repetitive shouting on one particular hook where he's screaming, "Yo bitch gonna let me fuck tonight! Yo bitch gonna let me fuck tonight!" Some of the songs on this tape are so raunchy, they might even make Lil Wayne blush. The song BM, which is about a baby mama drama pretty much, is one of my favorites on here, one of the more hilarious tracks on the record, where he is screaming that he's not going to be anybody's baby daddy and saying that he's scarred for life, really trying to paint himself as the victim of some kind of female entrapment. But as far as the flow goes on this thing, it's interesting. The quality of the flow on these tracks really depends on the energy level being delivered on these songs. When the delivery is quiet, the flow is there, it is consistent, but when he goes loud, which is often, he goes absolutely overboard and couldn't give a shit whether or not he's on tempo, and sometimes it can't even be bothered to rhyme. I feel like I'm listening to some kind of bastard child of Death Grips and your average swag rapper. Now, there's not a whole lot of topical diversity on this mixtape. A lot of the lyrics on this thing are pretty asinine and, as I said before, raunchy. But ZelooperZ always searches for some different instrumentals, some that are darker than others, some different, weirder, stranger noises that he can make with his mouth. There definitely are different instrumental vibes on this record, which is great in theory, given that there are 17 tracks on this thing that stretch out to about 50 minutes. And even though I do think there are great, fun, and totally hilarious tracks on this project, I don't think ZelooperZ has quite mastered the art of crafting a project that is interesting track for track for track. Because some of the more toned down songs on Help, the momentum, the interest for me really dies down. Because as the intensity draws down in his delivery, in the instrumental, he doesn't really come forward and offer better, more thought-provoking lyrics to sort of fill that gap. Not only that, but some of the production on this record is kind of weak, maybe a little too dark, skeletal, and bitter for an MC whose lyrics are depraved. For a guy like this, I think the beats really could have been a little more lush, colorful, detailed, could have banged harder. Though I will admit there is a unique combination going on here in terms of instrumental style and rap style. The quieter and moodier tracks on this project are incredibly inconsistent, especially on tracks like I'm So Sad, where the lyrics are laughably awful. And even though the bangers really perk my ears up, they could be a touch inconsistent too. Some of them just aren't that memorable outside of the vocal ruckus that ZelooperZ brings to the table. Sometimes it seems like there's more of an emphasis on just him going absolutely apeshit versus saying or writing a lyric that's actually clever or really funny or memorable, really sticks in my head. I like eccentricity, but I like songs as well. I really do appreciate the bold, strange personality this project brings to the table, the incomparable level of energy. There are plenty of tracks on this thing that I think are great on their own, but as a front-to-back listen, this can be a little bit of a slog. I'm feeling a strong 6 to a light 7 on this thing. Transition, if you've given Help a listen, what did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? And that's it. Anthony Fantano, help forever.